Alrighty, let's see what we've got here. I've got, as you can see, I'm working on multiple kits today. This is a quick look at the flying sub from Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. Now, I spray painted this in gloss black to opaque everything. I have since then went over it with 400 grit sandpaper, wet dry sandpaper. I sanded most of it wet, top and bottom, but not all of it, just key points. I had a drip there, which I'm still going to have to do a little bit of work on. But I had some paint come in last week, which included flat black, so I'm not going to waste any more gloss black on this. I'm going to go ahead and shoot this with some flat black, and then primer gray. Then I'm going to shoot the forward section, the forward pressure hull and viewports blue, gloss blue, and the aft section silver chrome. And I'm going to let it cure. I'm going to let it set for a while. After that, I'll go back and retape everything and then shoot everything with yellow. Now, I'm doing all this to prepare for assembly of the interior. I'm going to be showing the cockpit and interior, but I will not be including the aft interior because I will be lighting this and the engines will rotate and pulsate, and I'm going to need space for the electronics in this pocket back here. So a lot more to come on this. This is just a quickie update. I'm going to go ahead and shoot it with flat black, get a clip of that, and then shoot it with primer gray and show that real quick, and move on to another series of models that I've got in production. Okay, so these three parts make up one part, as you see below. Now, I would imagine that the design thought behind this was so that you could look into the cockpit and the aft engineering section and see all the little interior parts and dumaflachis and whatever in there. I get it, but these parts do not want to mate up properly. Sorry, that's just a fact. Not trying to rip on anybody, just stating the truth. Now, I went to a great deal of effort to get these parts to perfectly align, and the simple fact is, it's tough. And you're going to have some putty. Now, I'm sure there's going to be somebody going to come on here and totally denounce what I'm saying, but as I see it, it is a fact. I had this very same issue with the part that I just showed previously, done in flat black. I'm going to have to mix up more baking soda and super glue and force that into place and hold it until that super glue and baking soda fully dries, because it still wants to let light through and there's still a crack there, and I don't want to use any more putty than I absolutely have to. As you see here, there's a pit and a low spot, just as there was on the other one that I showed in a previous video. I've lightly sanded the interior, or the entire upper and lower section of this. I've got this assembled the way I want it, and I'm prepping to mask it off for paint to paint it flat black, just like the previous one. And I'm going to go ahead and glue these parts together in exactly the same way, so that I can get this much of these three models done today and move on to a couple of other things that I've got going on, which is a lot. As you can see, I've got refits everywhere. Refits, aircraft, P-51D Mustang, F-14A Tomcat, Reliant, and many, many more that are already in the works. Hey, I did want to show this. Man, these parts really do not want to mesh together. When I get to the point, I'm going to have to put an ample amount of glue and hold this directly into place, because it does not want to mate. And there's a lot about this kit. These parts do not want to mate as is. You're going to have to make modifications as you build this ship to get it perfect. Alrighty, here is one of the flying subs, one of the three. As you can see here, I have clearly shot the back with this marvelous chrome paint. This is going to look really good when it's all done. Shot the bottom and the top with this, and the front face with this marvelous blue. Ooh, how blue. So, now what I'm going to do next is mask off these circles on the bottom and the top, and then separate the parts, mask down here, and reshoot the primer. After that, I will mask the blue off here, mask the lower landing where I've cleaned up, and we'll do some more cleanup with sandpaper. I will shoot the lower landing with primer and shoot these vents or intakes with the same chrome. And I will go ahead and shoot these circular parts with what looks like a reticle, some type of frame. Shoot that with chrome. You'll see what I mean when I do it. It'll be studio accurate.
Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
I just keep getting stronger. You know that, don't you?